Hey mom bosses, welcome back to the circle. Today we are diving into something really, really powerful, and that is discovering your superpower. Now, why is discovering your superpower so important? Because when you operate in your uniqueness, you literally have no competition. We've been in this series talking about how to multiply, right? And really tap into your wealth building potential. And I believe that is going to start by you identifying what you are uniquely awesome at doing. You're the only person who has your experiences, your knowledge, your perspective, and that is unique, and you can leverage that for wealth creation. Now, I know as busy people running around, we often feel like we have to do everything, right? We're constantly switching hats and we're balancing, doing family stuff and business stuff and taking care of all these obligations. But here's the thing, because you have your own unique strength, your own superpower that sets you apart, if you're going to find the thing that maximizes the impact that you make both in your business and in your family, you have got to identify your superpower. When you identify this, you're not only going to be able to focus on what you're best at, but it's also going to give you a confident boost because you're going to be operating in the thing that you were made to do. So today I'm going to be sharing 4 actionable steps that will help you discover your superpower. It's going to help you embrace it and use it to shine in every area of your life. And then again, most importantly, we're not just going to shine, we are going to create wealth and multiply that wealth in doing that. All right. So before we dive in too much further, again, I want you to like, I want you to comment, I want you to share, I want you to subscribe, pass this along to somebody else who really needs this. It's going to be incredibly helpful and beneficial to you. I promise. All right, let's dive in. So we're going to start with the first step of finding your superpower, and that is reflecting on your strengths. I know this sounds really obvious, but sometimes we're so busy that we don't even take a moment to think about what we're really good at. We don't take a moment to recognize that we have these unique strengths and abilities that are tied to our superpower. So if you're going to try to figure that out, you're going to start by making a list of things that you are naturally good at. And people give you clues. You may hear in your circle, wow, you're so amazing at fill in the blank. Nobody can do fill in the blank like you do. Ding, 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 ding. That is a clue that is a thing that people are noticing, that you are a standout, and it's probably an area that you're going to be able to monetize. So let me give you an example from my own life. When I started out, I noticed that one of my natural strengths was coming up with creative ideas, especially for marketing and content creation and storytelling. I would come up with campaigns and strategies that connected people, and it felt effortless. Over time, I realized that creativity was one of my superpowers, and it's what I bring to the table. Whether I'm brainstorming business strategies or planning my family activities, it's something that's easy for me to tap into, and it bears a lot of fruit. Now, here's an actionable step that you can do. I want you to grab a notebook, and I want you to jot down at least 5 things that you're good at. 5. I want you to think about certain situations or tasks where you felt really, really confident in doing something, or you did something and you got a ton of compliments from the people that are around you. I don't want you to overthink it, but just write down some of those things that come to mind. I think it's probably already coming to mind as I'm talking to you right now. And don't limit it just to your business skills. Include stuff from all areas of your life and maybe a talent that you have. Once you have that list, I want you to take a moment and just see, like, what's a common theme there. That theme may be the start of uncovering your superpower that you can take to market. Now, if you like to read books, I love to read books. I want you to check out Strengths Finder as well. That's a great book that has this checklist of questions to go through that can help you to hone in on your strengths as well. Let's go to tip number 2, and that is noticing what gives you energy. We all have tasks that drain us and deplete us. and we all have things that fill us up with energy and joy. Your superpower is often connected to the things that's going to lift you up, all right? Even when they require effort to do them, it just doesn't feel the same because you absolutely love doing it. I want you to pay attention to those moments when you're in the zone, you're feeling focused, you're energized, you're just generally excited to be doing what you're doing. That is usually a key that there's a superpower hiding in there. Now, as an example, I run several businesses. I also have a young daughter, and just like a lot of us here, we have a lot going on. At times I get so run down from being busy and I get so tired. But there's something that I've noticed about myself. Even after a long day, I can jump into a mentoring role and a new burst of energy just comes out of nowhere. It doesn't drain me like any other task that I do. All right, over time, I've realized that teaching and encouraging were two of my superpowers, and it helped me to reshape how I work in my business so that I can focus more on my strengths. So here's what I want you to do. All right, I want you to keep a journal this coming week. I want you to jot down some of those activities that make you feel energized and alive. Write down, what were you doing? Who were you with? How did you feel? Taking all of the sensory things in that moment. And by the end of the week, I want you to review your notes. I want you to look for patterns. You might discover, for example, that you're energized when you're problem solving, or maybe it's organizing or teaching or creating something. Whatever that is, it's a strong indicator of where your superpower lies. Tip number 3. Ask for feedback. We've all heard this. Feedback is a gift. This one's a big one, and it's something that we can often overlook because we're just busy or because we have a fear of feedback, but I want you to ask for feedback, okay? Some of the people that are closest to us can actually see our strengths more clearly than we can. Think about it. Your friends, your family, your coworkers, even your clients often have a really great sense of what you're naturally good at. So don't be afraid to reach out to some of them and just ask to see what they say your strengths are. I did this a while back, and let me tell you, it was really eye-opening. I asked a few people in my life what they thought my strengths were, and I kept hearing things like creative thinker, problem solver, and encourager. That feedback helped me to realize that part of my superpower is helping people and inspiring people so that they can do whatever their superpower is. Honestly, that's why I love the Mom Boss Circle. That's what we are here to do. That's what I am here to do. And sometimes we're so close to our own strengths that we can't even see them clearly just because they're so natural to us. So having someone else point them out is incredibly helpful. So here is an action step for you to take. I love to give you homework. I want you to ask 3 to 5 people that you trust to tell you what they see as your unique strength. You can ask them in person, you can call them on the phone, you can send them a text, but just say something like, you know what, I'm working on identifying my strengths, and I would love to know what you think my natural talents are. And you might be surprised what you hear back. And those insights can point you directly towards your superpower and your uniqueness. Now, here's the 4th tip. I want you to embrace this superpower that you discover, and I want you to use it intentionally. And by intentionally, I mean put it to work in a way that produces impact for you and other people. Now, once you've discovered what makes you unique, it's time to put it to work, okay? Don't just sit it on the sidelines. I want you to make it a core part of how you approach both your business and your family life. Okay? Here's an example. Once I, embraced creativity as my superpower, I made it a priority in my business. I started focusing more on creating unique content. I started to have it, influence how we came up with new ideas. In fact, I built an entire business around creativity and generating new ideas for other people to help them grow their businesses. It was something that I embedded in everything that I did. It helped me to decide what to say no to if something didn't align with my superpower and I knew it wasn't right with me. And it left space for me to say yes to all those things that added value and energy to me and added value and impact in the world around me. And this applies at home too. So I use my creativity to come up with fun activities for my daughter. So it could be planning a game night or organizing a mini family project or infusing fun, really different things into a trip if we're going to a special place that we've never been before. We make up songs together. We write books together. We make funny videos. Whatever it is for you, take that superpower and use it to create more joy and fun in your family life. This can help all of us if we were to do these things, all right? So I just want to, again, encourage you with one more assignment. I want you to take your superpower. I want you to think about 3 ways that you can use it more intentionally this week, okay? Both in your business and in your family life, all right? Maybe you're a great listener, so you could schedule some extra time to really connect with your team or with your kids. Maybe your superpower is organizing. You can come to my house and organize my house. No, just kidding. You can spend a few minutes each day bringing order to a space that has gotten a bit chaotic. Or use your superpower on purpose, whatever it is, in a way that will make you feel more in control, more connected to your strengths every day. All right? Well, that is what I have for you today. I am so glad that we were able to just spend this time together. I hope it was inspiring, and I hope there's already things that are popping in your mind about what your superpower might be. So just as a recap, we talked about 4 things, all right? 1, you're going to reflect on your strengths. You're going to notice what energizes you. You're going to ask for feedback, and you're going to embrace that superpower and use it intentionally to create something good around you. All right. If you do this, I'm telling you, you're going to see major shifts in your life. You're going to see this like new pep in your step, and you are going to just be more alive to do and to create the things that you were made to do. I like this saying, you were created to create. You were made to make. So I'm inviting you to go make something happen good around you. I will see you next week in the Mom Boss Circle. Please like and share and comment and subscribe and set notifications and reminders and all the things you do not want to miss next week's episode. I'll see you on the flip side.